Kampala Music School started 10 years ago, to be exact, and we've been offering music services to lots of students and to the wider community. When we started, we had a handful of students, perhaps about 80 or 50. Right now we have touched the lives of over 4,000 students, I'm sure.
I'm called Matov Samuel Elijah. I'm privileged to have been a teacher at Kampala Music School since it started in 2001. Kampala Music School has generally changed the face of classical music in Uganda. At first it was at the low, but now it's enjoyed everywhere, and when concerts like the Kampala Singers and the operas and we normally have anniversary concerts, whenever they are put up, the public is really involved in such concerts, and so it shows that Kampala Music School services are appreciated on and on.
The teachers number between 15 and 25. And here we have, I must say, we have a combination of Ugandan teachers or local teachers, and every year we get a good number of volunteer teachers coming from all over.
And the way you see it, you have to learn about intervals. What does interval mean? Anybody remember?
This is our jazz group here at Kampala Music School, which is new since last year. We started a jazz program. So before that, there was no jazz at Kampala Music School. Now we have it, and we have all different instruments, from violin players and flute to piano, bass, guitar, and all the horn players, trumpet, trombone, saxophone. Prior to this time, it's been really only classical music, but they want to branch out and incorporate other styles, which is a great thing. And we have classically trained musicians here in the jazz program, and Kampala Music School has been very encouraging to this growth. It's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
It goes like this, dum, 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 dum. Junior orchestra was in existence before I came. I've been at the music school 2 years now, came in 2009. So they already had several teachers, but the idea is to work with the children who've less experience. I say children, it's actually not about age. We've had some mature students who haven't been learning instruments so long. So it's to give them experience of playing together and to get used to that. And then hopefully they will feed into the senior orchestra when they're ready for that.
I have 3 daughters, and they're 12, 11, and 10 years old. The first term we came, and we were making the commitment to drive in from Jinja weekly, which is a big commitment. And but the quality of the instructors and Simon, it was a great experience for them. It's a professional group of musicians. And so we've continued. This is our 3rd term. We're finishing up our 3rd term. And we think Kampala Music School is a great asset to Kampala.
Job lives with his mum in a simple home where he practices the flute and composes. A number of students come from poorer backgrounds, but their determination to get to school is amazing. The journey to KMS involves a fair walk and 2 moped or border rides. Playing in the orchestra is transforming his life.
My name is Ivan Tezigatwa. I'm a teacher at Kampala Music School at Ambrosoli, and I've come to do an outreach program of teaching music, basically piano or keyboard. I started studying in Kampala Music School in 2002, so those are like 8-9 years back. And I worked as a student, then later I became a teacher, that is in 2006. Having completed my grade 8 studies in piano.
2001, and from then I've learned the piano, violin and saxophone. To date, I'm with Kampala Music School as a teacher. I teach the young ones piano, and for my violin, I've managed to join the senior orchestra. Being part of the orchestra, it's really hard. We fix it, and you can see how small the rooms are, but we try as much as we can to fit in these rooms. We have no option, and hopefully, given time, we shall be relocating, because this place is not bad but small for the growing number of children coming for music lessons.
They wrong thee much, but say thy sweet is bitter.
I started off singing with Mrs. Ulrike Wilson way back in 2003, and I managed to attain some grades up to a BRS and diploma. Though before that, I was having classes with Mrs. Fiona Carr. But that one we started way back in 1997. Yeah, so she mentored me quite a lot in piano skills, and those piano skills have been very helpful during my voice classes, because I can accompany my students during the class and teach them different things about music.
My sweet embrace,
When we started, we had fewer instruments, but now we have a bigger breadth of cross-section of instruments to resulting into a first orchestra in Kampala, which we call Kampala Symphony Orchestra, KSO.
In 2003, I began conducting the Kampala Singers, and we were often conducted only from the piano. In fact, I used to be the pianist for the Kampala Singers. But then one of the previous directors, Sam Lancaster, now Sam Musoke, thought it would be a nice idea to have a few instruments to add a bit of color, and in one performance had, I think, a harp, a violin, a cello. And that really is the seeds that's sown what has now since then grown into the Kampala Symphony Orchestra. As of last year, in 2010, we began meeting every week without fail and did our first really big launch concert with Russell Kivo.
The 10 years we've been functioning, we've extended our services to the wider community. In the first, or originally, we are expecting students to come to Kampala Music School campus, but we thought it's wiser to extend our services out of this campus. So we started a strong outreach program.
Yeah, welcome to MLISAD organization. MLISAD means Music, Life Skills and Institutional Abbreviation. It's now over 5 years, which has taken registration with partner with Kampala Music School.
I'm proud to say that since my time of coming to MLISAD, it has really changed them totally, and it has created an impact, whereby I'm also proud as a teacher.
I'm Shafiq, and I'm a member of MLISAD brass band, and I'm a student at Kampala Music School, and as well I'm teaching piano.
We have even had them to sit for their Royal School of Music exams. At the moment, we have boys who have sat for last year, they sat from grade 3, grade 4, and for this year, next month in June, we have a number of about 15 who are going to do their grade 5 and grade 6. So really, music, it has changed their mind, and also it has brought an impact to the rest of the community.
Yes, I'm feeling grumpy today, grumpy today, grumpy today. Yes, I'm feeling grumpy.
I'm in the Good Shepherd Home, which is a Catholic run home. These brothers run this home really for all sorts of abandoned children and adults. They have special needs, sometimes physical, sometimes they have mental disabilities, sometimes both. And I come here once a week for a couple of hours, and I work with these children, not to teach them. This is different from teaching music. I'm using this as music therapy. So my idea is to communicate, to get eye contact, to get involvement from the children, to get them to be engaged in what I'm doing. So for me it's very exciting when maybe even somebody claps their hands in time with what I'm doing. Maybe they are smiling, maybe they're singing along, or maybe they're just watching me really closely. So maybe for that child that's a real achievement. I was very moved by a comment one of the physiotherapists here made, and she said people think they haven't got anything worth doing. It's not worth spending time with them. And so for me, just to come and sing and to value them and to say you matter is very important.
People have done extraordinary things on behalf of KMS. They have done rag days, dressed up plain clothes at school, just to raise a little bit of money. But people have done more than that. People have given bursaries, which is very important for people to study, which means that you are sponsoring a student and take an interest in one particular student's progress. Volunteers have gone out mainly from England, to teach out there for a few months or even for longer, and they have made a huge difference. Many, many thanks to many, many people, and we're very, very grateful for that.
Eine Bier sich blinken aus den Erlen heraus, durch
Kampala Music School has challenges, and one of the main challenges is to have a new home. At the moment, we are making appeals to various stakeholders, various donors, sponsors, all friends all over the world to come to our assistance so that we can have our dream new home. It's quite expensive. I think it will range in between 1.5 US dollars. That means when it's completed, a plot with a full campus.
Well, the most important thing is getting a new home, which we have been trying to do for 5 years. We've tried plots and failed to get them, but we're very, very hopeful. In the next year we must get a home, and we've got some very good plans afoot. There's one particular plot we're trying to buy now, and that will be a really big step. Where we are at the moment is really cramped and tiny and a bit dingy. We need somewhere to rehearse. You should see the orchestra. I don't know if you've got footage actually of the orchestra in this tiny room. It's just ridiculous. Trying to put a choir and an orchestra in there. That's sort of structural side of it. On the musical side, more interestingly, we're planning much more focus on working together with other local musicians in Kampala, contemporary musicians working with classical musicians, and that sort of partnership and synergy that we can get from that.
The future is very bright for Kampala Music School, especially after we get a new home, because we shall be advancing more on what we've achieved for these 10 years. The sky will be the limit.